welcome to Big Bore Knife and Gear. Today we are going to talk Chris Reeves. Thanks to good buddy BJ Hilltop Knives and Gear on YouTube and Instagram. I'll leave a link in the description. He sent me his Chris Reeves large Sebenza 21 Insingo blade. I've been rocking this thing out for the last 5 days straight, and I'm going to give you my impressions. This is my first true experience in using and carrying a Chris Reeves. I have handled one or two before in the past, but never, they weren't mine, they were in a store. So this was awesome. This was awesome of BJ to send this to me and let me try it out. And I got to tell you, I don't know why I waited so long. 20 plus years this guy's been making knives. Chris Reeves, the inventor of the frame lock. Although he didn't call it a frame lock originally, he was the first one to design and make a frame lock folding knife. This thing is beautifully crafted. In fact, I've heard it called this before, and I'll say it too. This is, in my opinion, the gold standard of what a folding pocket knife should be. There you'll see his logo, Chris Reeves, where he's from, where it's made. All of them will have Idaho made on it. It's got these beautifully anodized accents, back spacer, actually technically lanyard spacer, thumb stud, beautifully anodized. These nice rounded and raised scale screws, great pocket clip. Let's flip this sucker open. Look at that gorgeous design. Beautifully hollow ground. This thing has a wicked sharp edge on it that BJ did himself. As a matter of fact, if you've noticed a couple videos or so ago, I had a Band-Aid on my thumb. It's because the very first thing I did was close the damn thing on my thumb. Didn't even have it in my hand 30 seconds. Split me wide open. Fantastic knife. I've been using this thing as my primary for 5 days straight. I did clean it up a little bit. Actually, I cleaned it quite well because I really did use the heck out of this thing. Still has an amazing edge on it. This thing is just a wonderful, wonderful master quality knife. Ergonomics are fantastic in hand. I said on my budget knife of the year, and I've probably said this before, anytime you have a symmetrical style handle, no finger grooves cut in, no big swelling anywhere, just a basic symmetrical handle. No matter the shape or size of your hand, it's perfect. It fits comfortably. There's no hot spots on this knife. The pocket clip, even though the lip of it's pretty tall, it just disappears. You cannot even tell it's there. The cutout for the lock bar is very generous, which I love. No problem whatsoever getting your thumb in there to disengage it. Just a beautiful, beautiful knife. Excellent jimping on the spine. The spine of the blade is also very well crowned, super smooth. There is not a sharp corner anywhere on this knife. Just beautifully, beautifully crafted. As you can see, everything's chamfered, rounded off. Just fantastic. My only complaint, my only nitpick on this knife was for me getting used to the lock bar on this. Every time I went to open it, for probably the first 10-15 times, I was engaging the lock bar with my finger against the blade. I had to train myself to grab this knife a little different than most. But other than that, no worries, no problems. Fantastic knife. Centering, if I can get that to focus right here, is absolutely perfect. Super smooth action. Open and closed. I don't want to cut myself again. Just a fantastic knife. He does have several models. Large Sebenza, small Sebenza, blade style, drop point, Insingo. Just a multitude of things. And now, thanks to Mr. BJ Hill, I'm probably going to have quite a bit of debt in the next few months, because I think I'm going to grab 2 or 3 of these in different configurations. Absolutely fantastic. Quality at its finest. Oh, and as always, another beautiful Hank from Shadowborn Hanks. Let's get some measurements on this, guys. So this particular knife, overall length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just shy of 8.5 inches. Blade length is going to be 1, 2, 3 3/4 inches. Cutting edge of the blade is just shy of 3.5 inches. And the overall handle length is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 3/4 inches. This is probably the perfect size, in my opinion, or damn near close to it, for what I consider EDC carry. My personal preference, a little bit larger knives. This thing was absolutely perfect. Another good thing I like about this, even though it can get a little dangerous, there's no finger choil per se. But the way that the scale is designed here, you can actually choke up very well. And unless you hit yourself or something terrible happens and jars you, you really don't have to worry about cutting yourself. Even with my finger wrapped over like that. And I'll squeeze as hard as I can. You'll see my fingers getting red. No worries. No worries whatsoever on the edge. Man. Fantastic, fantastic knife. I cannot believe I waited 20 plus years to actually put one of these in my pocket. Anyhow, that's all I have for you today, folks. Please like, subscribe, and as always, leave a comment. I love the feedback. If anybody out there watches and owns or has used one of these beautiful knives, tell me what you think. Tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you dislike about it. I cannot find one fault with this other than, and it's my own fault, wanting to over grab and hit that lock bar the first 15-20 times until I trained myself to grab it. Alright, guys and gals, have a very Merry Christmas. Have a happy holidays, a happy new year, and until next time, take care.